So, have you ever felt you have a bigger idea or a killer idea, but you're just stuck? You don't know where to begin? Don't worry, you're not alone. Because so many people have amazing ideas or amazing concepts, but they never take off. And in this video, we're going to unpack or we're going to break down the essential things you absolutely need to know to make your business or to turn your idea into a thriving business. Hey, so if you want to know more, if you want to find what these essential things are, then you want to stay tuned and watch me to the end and let us break down what these things are that can help you turn your idea or find a way of getting that idea functional and turning into a service or a product into the hands of the right buyer or the right customer or the right audience that you need. All right. Okay. So stay tuned and let's crack on. But hey, if you've not subscribed, what you waiting for? Kindly do so. Subscribe, like, share to a friend and let them also learn what they need to learn, and comment as well and let me know what you're thinking about it. If these things have worked for you or you're going to work with them, let me know that in it. So stay tuned and let's crack on. The first essential thing you need to start a business is you watching me. Yes, you are the business. You are the one with the idea. You are the one with your skill. You are the one that can make this work. Therefore, you need to ask yourself some questions to understand what you want to do. First of all, you want to ask yourself, what skill do I possess? Right? Have a self introspection. I always talk about this and ask yourself, what skill do I possess? What idea do I have? What pain points am I going through? What is bothering me about a product? Or what is bothering me? Basically, what problems are you facing? Right? So look at your problems, look at your skill set, look at your resources that you have, look at the ideas that are coming to you, right? When you have done this, then you have had that self introspection to say that, okay, this is a skill I have, this is the idea I have, this is the pain points I'm having with whatever it is. These are the things you can list them down. So you see, you can list over 10 things down based on your skill and all those things. Then the next thing you want to do is that after you have identified the skill you have and you have done all that, go through it, shortlist it, and see where your strengths lie. Or even if you're not doing that, what you want to do is this next essential step that you need to take is to go to the market and identify these things that I've listed or I've shortlisted into the 10 things, which of them has a market need. Start talking to people, start reading books, start listening to the news, start listening to information around you, go on social media, research about these things, right? And get to understand which of these things are in high demand. So, for example, if you possess an editing skill, you can just look around and see which do people require editing. There are a lot of content creators out there. So if you have this skill, then obviously that will bring us to the next essential feature. But in terms of finding if the market has a need for it, that should tell you that at the end of the day, having the skill or the passion is not enough. What you need to know is that, do people really and indeed and absolutely need a skill? And would people pay to have this particular skill that you have this implemented for them, or whatever idea, have that idea? Will people pay to assess that which you are thinking about? Okay, so when you have done the introspection, see if people have a need for whatever list of skills that you have. That will help you shortlist it down even further to the ones that people require. And when you have done that, you then want to ask yourself the next thing, which is about the next essential piece that you want to find out, is who is your ideal customer. When we talk about the editing piece, you just want to ask yourself which people are in need of editing now. Now I have identified social media content creators. People are on YouTube. People are on now. People are even doing massive editing for their posts on Instagram, TikTok, and the others. So you want to identify who is my ideal client. Am I using influencers? And companies are even in search of people to edit certain content for them. All right. So who are my ideal clients? Mind you, you cannot sell to everybody because they say that if you want to sell to everybody, you will end up selling to nobody. So you want to identify your ideal clients and pick them out and start reaching out to them. That is when you are finding, is this a need that they will require? Or another trick you can use for somebody out there is that you want to go to YouTube, look for people that have their emails connected to their account, and then pick their videos, look at it, and look at the ones that have not really been edited well or anything. Offer a service, edit it, send it to their mail, and tell them, "Oh, hey, I saw your video. I've done some editing on it. Can you look at it? And if it looks good for you, I can edit your next video for free, and we can look at the possibility of working together." Then it starts a relationship. So if the person is happy with it, they will get back to you. If they already have an editor, they will speak to you and say that, "Oh, that was nice, but I currently have an editor. I might be able to recommend you to somebody." It starts a conversation from there. All right. And that is how I started with my consultancy business. You start speaking to people, and then they start, even if they do not need a service, you have created an impression in their mind, right? Yeah. So do that and see, identify, first of all, identify your customer base and work that out. The next essential skill is, now we know who we are, the skill that we need to work on, because we have identified the need based on our customer base. And now we want to look at how do we package this skill or this service that people need. How do we package it into a solution and offer it to people? Okay, so for example, if we're using editing business, for example, editing idea, for example, now we want to turn it into a business, and we are saying that, okay, if I want to become an agency, I can create an editing agency and start reaching out to people that need it. So if I'm going to work with individuals, then where do I find these individuals to start working with? If I'm going to work with companies, how do I get to reach these companies to start working with them? If I'm going to work as an individual entity but for companies, are they going to trust me as an individual entity? What platforms do I need to use for this? All right, so you want to find a way that you will package that solution and take it out there. If you need to build a product to reach the people based on the need that you have identified and you have validated, then build that product. If you need to offer your skill as a service, then offer it as a service, but find a way to package it that people can reach you. Okay. So the next essential thing that you need, very critical in finalizing and getting your business running, is to find a bridge, right? The bridge between you and the customer base you have identified. Because without this bridge, there is no business, right? It can be the distribution, you can call it distribution channel or the connector, but this is the bridge. What bridge are you going to use to connect yourself with your potential customers? Okay. So if you are starting something, and now I speak about it quite often now, that social media channels are a way to start your whole business and even validating it as well, right? So you want to check, start with one platform at a time. If you can manage to start with a lot of platforms at a time, that is fine. But identify, which platform do I need to start with? A business is a way that you need to build a product. You are building the product, you need to start marketing your product on these platforms. Then find that channel that will help you reach the customer base that you need to reach. If you need to build a website, build that website and see how you can channel this website into meeting the people that you need to meet. All right. So find that distribution channel, because it is the bedrock to your business starting. Without this distribution channel or the bridge that you can create between your customers and you, then you are not going to meet you're not going to be able to get orders, or even get to a point where you are getting the demand or meeting the demand to put in the supply, which will generate your income and revenue. Right? So find that connector and bridge. And the final thing, or the final essential piece of your business, is your conviction as the founder, your conviction as the business owner, your conviction as the one that is doing the business. Right? Many of us have good ideas, many of us have brilliant ideas, but we fail to carry on when the times get tough. We fail to carry on when things are not going the way they need to go. We fail to carry on when one hard thing strikes. All right. But the essence of business is tenacity, it's resilience, it's to keep pushing. Right? There are times that you need to decipher between, okay, this will essentially not work because there is no market demand for it. But where there is a market demand for that which you are working at, and one thing strikes, do not give up. Right? We give up so easily, and therefore we lose the opportunity to push through and make that idea work. They keep saying for YouTubers that your next video is what will break you out. So keep pushing, keep pressing, and if you find these 6 things and you work at these 6 essential things, I believe that you can build a thriving business from it. All right. So find you, do a self introspection. The next thing is to find if there is a market demand for that skill or that product or that idea you have. Find your customer base. Who is your ideal customer? Identify these, and then the next thing the last thing is that you want to find how to package the solution. And when you have packaged the solution, find the distribution channel that connects you to your customer, and have the conviction to keep pressing on, and you will build that business. All right. I hope these essential steps will help you turn your idea around into a business. All right. All the best, and reach out if you need any support as well. Hey, and tell them we are coming. See you.